southwest quadrant of the fourth universe on a planet known as Earth, currently awaiting subject to awaken from slumber so we may further our research on the human race and conduct an inspection on this species. Visual orbs has been removed from cryogenesis for approximately 2 hours. And as a personal note from yours truly, it seems as though humans have adapted to using fabrics for warmth, comfort, and possible occasional fashion as weaponry in order to make others of their species green with envy. Currently adopting this procedure in order to make colleagues suffer the same fate. Well, 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 look who has awoken and decided to grace us with its presence. Hi, hello there, General Kenobi. That's not your name, don't worry about it, that's irrelevant. But, firstly, hello human. I may look a little bit strange, but I assure you I am, for the most part, quite harmless. So, just a quick question. Do you recall why you are here? Do you recall that you signed up for an exam to help us further our research as foreigners? You recall that you noticed that we wanted to do what you would call an eye exam, and so you decided to follow up and decided to offer your services so we may conduct a exam on you. No, human, I can't say that I have heard of this gaslighting, as you would put it. I'm merely telling you the honest truth. There is neither gas nor light. In fact, I'm rather certain that it is in fact quite dark outside, and quite wet as well. The sky appears to be crying right now, but we can't explain why. So, moving on from that, do you recall why you're here at all? Do you recall now? Yes, of course. See, just needed to awaken that memory. We understand. Sometimes human memory can be a little bit of a fickle thing. So, just to get right into it, do you mind if we conduct this exam on your visual orbs? Do you still consent to it? Fantastic. Thank you very much. It's always fun when people are more willing to be cooperative for a change. Not very often either. So, if you don't mind, I would just like to prepare. Can you tell me how you feel after your little nap, as it were? Good, good. It was rather relaxing, of course. We do aim to ensure that all of our associates are feeling rather relaxed before we do conduct our relaxing exams, of course. So, do you mind if I just quickly conduct a scan on you? I just want to ensure that you are prepared. This is also, I suppose, what you would consider a form of ID, just so we can decipher who you are by your brain. Is that okay? Thank you very much. This will be maybe very harmless. Just give me a moment. This is a two-step procedure as well, so first off we will just have a nice look here at the brain. Okay. Oh, it's quite a large one. It seems as though that you are relatively smart with a brain that size. Okay. All looks good. Just as we look around here, it seems as though the visual orbs themselves appear to be looking very well done. Okay, perfect. And then we just want to do the next process. Let me just do one more. This will really just be a moment here. Okay, let's look around the cranium as well. Okay, and it looks like, I would say that You are indeed who you say you are. Fantastic. So, in that case, would you mind if I just get right into it? And I would just like to first off just have a look at your eyes here. Oh no, this isn't. This isn't. Oh no, we aren't looking to remove your eyes. This is not what this is about. This is very soft. As you can tell, this is incredibly soft. As a fact, you won't feel a thing. This is merely just to test exactly how your eyes would react to our special little equipment here. But I assure you, it is very soft and not at all painful. So please, I beg you, would you please be willing to trust me? Of course, thank you very much, human. It's always nice when people are smart like you, smart enough to understand that they are in no danger at all. Okay, now, let's just touch around here. See, everything is perfectly okay, no danger at all. Okay, that's perfect. Looks as though that your eyes are responding very well here. Let me try again on this side as well. Okay. What do we go here? Okay, here as well. Perfect. I just want to touch it here as well. Okay, and then what about around here? Does that still feel okay? Of course it does. Okay, perfect. Okay, that is wonderful. In that case, I would like to conduct a visual test and do a quick, well, as I said, a visual test. So, after doing some research on your local human customs, we have tried to redo our exams to make it more comfortable and more familiar for you. So, first off, I would like you just to simply look at this light and just follow it for me. Now then, human, can you please tell me, how long have you had these eyes of yours? Has it been a week? Are these a new pair? Has it been a month or a couple of years? Your whole life? Oh my goodness, these are outdated. That's outrageous. We had the idea that you often change them when the need arises. Have you not been doing that? You're telling me you had this shape and this color for how long? How long have you been alive? Goodness, that is certainly something. Well, I guess maybe we need to update our records just a little bit. Now, can you please look at this light here? Okay, now, can you please just look right here at the center of my mouth, excuse me. And can you ignore this light for me? Just want to see how your pupils are reacting here. Okay, so it seems as though they get rather small when coming into contact with light. Seems rather strange given that, well, your sun is rather bright, is it not? I would assume that your eyes would be used to that. And again, it is also dark outside, so again, very suspicious. Okay, so then, would you please be able to look at these fingers? I want you to ignore this light for me. Now, focus on these fingers here. Can you tell me when this light turns off for me? And can you tell me when, again, focusing here, can you tell me when it turns back on as well? Very well done. Now, can you look at this light again? And can you tell me when my fingers wriggle like this? Very well done. And again, can you look back at my fingers here, and can you tell me when you see this light flashing? Hmm. Hmm. Excellent. And now can you tell me if you see the light flashing or my fingers wriggling? In fact, can you just look right here again for me? Ignore both of them. Okay, here we go. Hmm. Excellent. Hmm. Hmm. Fantastic. Thank you, human. Okay. And now next, I would like to just, well, apologies, excuse me, my fur is getting rather tedious right now. Okay, so can you just tell me how many fingers am I holding up right here? And how many fingers am I holding up here? How many fingers am I holding up here? How many fingers am I holding up here? And how many fingers am I holding up here? And are you seeing more on this hand or on this hand? Fantastic. Okay, so now I would like to move on to your color coordination, if that's okay. Because as we are aware that you are capable of seeing colors, but sometimes apparently you are not. Some humans are, as you would call, colorblind or incapable of seeing certain tones. Is that correct? Okay, well in that case, I would like to assess on what side of the spectrum you fall, if that's alright. Thank you very much. Okay, so can you tell me, well, we did do some shopping. Is that what you call it? Okay, perfect. And we did discover some items that did interest us with a little bit of color. This one seems to be alive, as it keeps telling me to. It says, drink me chai. I'm unaware of who or what this chai is, but I'm not exactly comfortable with consuming this. So, are you familiar with this? Okay, in that case, can you, one moment please, can you tell me, do you see any colour here at all? If so, can you tell me exactly what it is you see? Okay, and then what about this here? Do you see any colour whatsoever? And what would you say that this is? Okay, and would you, let's bring this a little bit closer. What exactly would you say that this colour is? Okay, and would you say that this is the same tone, if it has any at all? Would you say that this tone is the same as this one here? Okay, now for the moment, let's move on. Let's move away from the colouring, and can you tell me what letter is this? You have letters of your language, do you not? Okay, and then what do we have right here? And then what about this one right here? Okay, and then what about this here? Okay, and then what about this here? Okay, and can you describe the shape of this right here? What do you think it looks like? Okay, and then when I turn it like this, is it the same shape as previous, or is it something different? Okay, and would you say that this is the same shade as this right here? Very well. Now then, can you just tell me, is my glove the same colour as my fur? And what colour would you say my fur is? And when you look at my outfit, when you look at my outfit and you see this part right here, what colour do you see? And is this part here the same colour? Okay, and what shape would you say that this is right here? Okay, and would you say that this is the same colour as our current vocation? Very well done. Okay, now then, in that case, I would like to just get up close and personal, and I would like to simply try to adjust your eyes. Now, no need for concern again. This is entirely harmless. You know it's harmless, do you not? It is always harmless. Okay, so in that case, let me just try to adjust your vision here. Would you say that your vision is relatively good, or is it more bad? Are you capable of seeing without what I would... You have these certain things called spectacles, do you not? Okay. And would you say that you wear them often, if at all? Okay, and do you by any chance have any alternatives to such a thing? Supposedly, human vision is notorious for becoming bad as you age. So, let's say you, for example, may not want to wear these spectacles. Do you have any other alternatives? Okay, and do you take part in these alternatives? I see, okay. Okay, let's just move around right to the bottom here. Okay, how are you feeling so far? Are you feeling okay? That's good, we are getting there. You shouldn't be too long now, I would think. You have been a valuable colleague for us to help us with our research. This will be most valuable for the future of what we have planned. Okay, that's perfect. Now then, let me just measure our little eyes here, and again, let's just adjust here. Okay. Now tell me, human, do you hear anything at all when these adjustments are going on, or is it relatively quiet? Is it more loud? Okay. Okay, now then, let's focus more on this side here. Just a few more to go here. Please bear with me. Okay, let's have a look here. Just measure where we are here. Okay. Just bear with me. 1 minute, just a little bit more around here. A little bit more in this way. Okay, is that a little bit better? Is that a little bit better? Of course, see, we are all friends here, of course. Okay, so we must continue with our procedure here, and I'd like you please just to simply look at this for me. Look at this. Can you tell me what the shape of this is? And would you say that it's the same shape as my mask? I mean my mouth? Of course it's not. That's a very strange question, I'm aware. Okay, and can you please just follow the tip of my little tool here for me? That's good. That's very good. Okay, keep following it for me. In fact, would you be able to continue to follow the tip of my tool here? One moment. Thank you. Okay, now can you again focus on the center for me and just ignore my tool for me? Now can you tell me, is this little circle here moving, or is it still? Okay, and Is it moving sideways or is it moving up and down? Okay. Again, is it moving or is it there? Perfect. Thank you very much, human. As expected, you have been very cooperative, but now I do notice that your visual orbs do appear to have some kind of hairs or fur attached to them. Now, research does dictate that this is used to protect your orbs. Is that correct? Your lashes, they are called. Okay, well then, in that case, I'm aware that it is a relatively sensitive area, so by all means, you're more than welcome to deny me, but do you mind if I just pick a few for our research to conduct? Thank you very much. It's always nice when they don't force a blaster. Okay, so in that case, let me get my tools prepared here. And just want to, this will be quick and it will be gentle. May seem like we're taking quite a few, but I assure you it's merely just a few dozen. Okay. Seems as though you are getting relatively sleepy as well. I suppose the cryogenesis is rather relaxing. We'll have to let you slumber back, and when we send you back soon enough. Okay, now if you'll excuse me, I just want to get a little bit faster here. That's wonderful. Thank you. You may blink now. And of course, you are looking better, I suppose. I would assume. Okay, so now, before we finish, I would like to do one more adjustment, if that's okay, human. Just want to just look at the measuring procedure here. Just going to look around here. Okay, perfect. And there we go. Of course, unfortunately, I did lie and say that we are done, but there is one more thing I would like to do. Just want to again poke around your visual orbs here. Just to see if you're still reacting well. Thank you for being so cooperative, unlike the previous. Oh, nothing, sorry, I'm merely speaking to myself. We foreigners, we like to babble on about things that don't matter, okay? Oh, my friend, I think you may be finished. You have been wonderful and cooperative is my favorite word, as it were. So, thank you so much for indulging us, my friend. You have been an absolute sport, and well, you just so happens that we are quite stuck here on your planet for a while, so given that you seem relatively relaxed right now, I'd say that it's best if we send you off back to sleep and right back into your bed. And then, of course, since we may be here for a while, given that, well, my colleagues are stupid when it comes to these repairs, thank you, Dusty and Leon, but as it were, we may be here for a while, so usually by now we would have to wipe your memory, but frankly, I find you quite intriguing, and I respect you that you are willing to indulge me with my methods. So I think for the moment, I would like to just leave your memory as it is, allow you to remember this moment, and of course, if you do wish to come and find us, I will add it to your... You have a method of communication, these little metal boxes, as it were. A phone, okay. So in that case, I'm going to add your location to... I'm going to add our location, excuse me, I'm going to add our location to your means of communication so you may find us so long as we are here. But of course, let's keep this between you and I. And of course, if you are more than willing to indulge us with further exams, you find us, or feel free to just think about it. I'm sure that we will be aware. So I will send you back off to sleep, and we may see each other again. So